It's like she can yell at me at a close range. Before I answer a question, she changes the subject. And my dad not only allows her to do that, but like backs her up and supports it.
And how did you respond to that frustration?
Something bad probably happened.
In February of 2022, the early morning silence was pierced by the screams of a young boy running down the street. Inside the house he fled from was a nightmare no child should ever witness. Blood, broken furniture, and an elderly man and his wife barely clinging to life. And at the center of it all was someone that they trusted more than anyone. Much of the footage you're about to view has never been seen before. This is the brutal case of Curtis Berberick. Sunday, February 20th, 2022 was a quiet morning in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Most residents had just returned home from church and were settling in for a relaxing afternoon. A resident on Hartwell Avenue was doing just that when she heard a blood-curdling scream come from the middle of the road. She looked out to see what was going on and saw a 9-year-old boy running away from her neighbor's house, screaming at the top of his lungs. At first, she could barely make out what he was saying, but after a few moments, she realized what he was shouting. "My dad is beating my grandma."
Waukesha City 911, what's it? It's emergency.
It's the county. I'm transferring over a caller, 208 South Hartwell Avenue. Callback is 444-2795 for a small child that came out screaming, reporting a domestic.
Okay, hello?
Hi.
Hi, this is Waukesha City 911. So where's the emergency?
208 South Hartwell Avenue.
Okay, what's going on there?
So I just got here and I get out of the car and there's a little kid screaming help, and he's talking about he doesn't know what to do.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know what's going on. He doesn't even have his shirt on or shoes.
Is a little kid with you now?
Yeah, he's with my friend. Like,
okay, are you right by him? Or how old does he look to be?
I'd probably say about like 9.
Okay, are you able to talk? Are you able to talk with him?
Somebody's screaming in the house.
Who's screaming in the house?
I don't know. A woman is screaming in the house.
Ask him if any weapons in the house that he knows of.
What's your name? Okay. Any weapons?
I don't know. All I know is that he has like sharp darts or something.
Okay, I guess he has sharp darts, but he's not sharp.
Okay, so he doesn't have any weapons. He wasn't using any weapons like a knife or a gun or anything like that.
Bloody eye, I saw it. I saw her. She was laying on the floor with like her whole right eye was just covered in blood.
Okay, did you see how she got that bloody eye?
Yeah, my beat her.
Do you know why?
He was slapping her like really hard, and he got beaten. He got slapped.
Where was
He was trying to fight back with my because he was screaming at me.
Do you know why they were fighting?
Yeah, because my stopped bothering me, and then he told my, "I'm telling you to shut up and get out of my face," and then he said no, and then he got slapped in the face, and I jumped on him, started punching him on the ground.
Okay. What's your Curtis?
My Curtis.
Okay. How do you say the last name?
Berberich, Berberich.
Berberich, okay. Yeah, we got the police on the way there, okay?
Yeah.
Officers arrived within 2 minutes of receiving the call. They quickly gathered information from the child, then rushed across the street to the reported house. They knocked, and after a few seconds, 43-year-old Curtis Berberick swung the front door open. And as soon as they saw him, they knew the allegations were true. He reeked of alcohol, appeared dazed and glassy-eyed, and he was covered head to toe in blood. Curtis was immediately placed under arrest before officers went inside to locate the victims. As they entered the living room, they were met by a chaotic mess of blood and broken furniture in the middle of the living room, some with visible blood spatter everywhere, everywhere, including on a broken TV and a shattered lamp. Laying face down near the far wall was a 70-year-old man with significant injuries to his face and head, including deep lacerations, a dislocated eyeball, and brain damage. Not far from him was a 65-year-old woman, lying on her back with a recliner on top of her. Her face was also covered in bruises and lacerations, but against all odds, both victims were still alive. They were quickly transported to Waukesha Memorial Hospital, while their son Curtis was taken to the police station.
I'm gonna do this. If you can just have the seat on the chair to your left real quick.
Yeah. Go to the bathroom. So.
Take off the belt. Yep. Can you take off your belt or just pass me your belt real quick? That's fine. I have a seat on that chair right there. Well, you can keep your... No, hang on. Hold up. Curtis, hang on. Curtis, keep your pants on.
No, you should take off.
No, you...
Curtis, you just meant the belt.
I just wanted the belt.
It's okay, Curtis. But yeah, you can keep your pants on. We want you to keep your pants on.
Yeah. Here, go put these back on. I just wanted your belt. That's it.
Are you gonna give me my belt back?
You'll get it back.
When?
Curtis, I promise you're gonna get it.
When?
You can get it back to help keep your pants up.
When? Now you're gonna give me my belt back, then just set the pants there.
Well, we're still not done checking it because we got to take off your sweatshirt too. Remember, you're cooperating with us, right?
Sorry.
Do we have any other clothes here? Probably. You can keep your shirt on. You can keep your shirt on, Curtis. Do you want to go to the bathroom? You said you got to pee?
It's possible. I don't know. Because recently, I've been feeling like I had to pee, and I don't have to pee as bad as I thought I had to.
Okay. So just, you can put your shirt on.
I might feel like I got to, even though I don't really have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're allowing me to pee?
So you got a squat going?
Yeah. Before we do we just got to do one more check with them. Or not for the time,
You can stand against the wall, right?
4654, park too far away from her. 216, checking a traffic hazard, Moreland and 164, Moreland 164. For report of construction signs blowing around and
just turn around, put your back against the wall. You can put your arms on, right?
Do you want to lift your lip down or anything? Like go like that? You want to hold use your fingers and
just pull it down like this.
Pull your lip down like that, yeah.
Is it because you saw something?
Well, no, I saw a mark there.
Yeah, you got marks on your lips. Oh, we didn't see that. No, that's not.
There's a tattoo of my name.
Sounds good.
Can I put these pants on?
Yes. Yeah. Or are you guys going to watch them? I'll go get this stuff for them.
Well, there's a camper right there.
Okay. Did you always live in that house? I
had my whole life turned around and going straight. No, I lived in an apartment on Oakland. I lived in three different rooming houses, like on Maine and Wisconsin. I lived on my own apartment for 8 years on Main Street. And my parents have no right to do this with me, just start a fight with me. I saw them do this to me just 2 days ago. And I told 2 days ago, we just went through all of this. I told you saw what they did to me. I'm setting a good example for you. I'm the one setting a good example for you. Mm-hmm. They're the ones yelling at me, provoking me, starting fights with me. And what did I do? I went and sat in front of and kneeled down. I mean, in front of my dad, and kneeled down. And I kneeled down. And I just said, can you just recognize that I'm not the one continuing the conversation? That can you please recognize that I'm not the one arguing? And he's like, you're the one arguing. And I'm like, my mom argues with my dad every single day, yells at him. But my dad acts like she can do no wrong. So today, she starts a big fight with me. And, you know, my dad always takes her side whether she's wrong or not. And I'm like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm not...
All right, well, I'm going to step out of here for a couple minutes. I got to see what's up, and then we'll be checking on you.
But I'm not going to deny, you know, what I did. I'm not going to say I didn't do what I did do.
Right.
You know, I'm kind of proud of myself for sticking up for myself as a victim. I'm not going to just sit there and be a victim my whole life. My parents should have went to jail so many times for what they did to me, and they got away with it. And some of those times I didn't know. I had no idea they were lying about what happened. I didn't know. Like when I was 16, 17 or whatever, I didn't know my parents were lying about what happened. I didn't understand why the cops weren't taking them away. So they get away with way too much.
So it sounds like there's a lot of stuff. Somebody's going to be calling in to talk to you to hear your whole story about everything, if you're willing to talk to them. Can I get you like a bag of chips or something? I know you got coffee, water. Can I get you food or anything like that?
Give me some McDonald's.
Okay, I'll see if we can make that happen.
Curtis claims that his mother was the one to start the altercation, but his mother's version of the story is quite different. Contrary to Curtis's account, she claims that the initial altercation actually took place between Curtis and his father. It started as a verbal dispute after Curtis asked for $10. Then it turned physical when Curtis began savagely punching and kicking his elderly father. According to her, she thought Curtis was going to beat his father to death if she didn't intervene, so she tried to stop him, only to get punched, kicked, and hit across the face with a lamp. The attack allegedly continued all the way until police showed up at their door.
So how did it make you feel when Mom was yelling at you?
I'm not sure.
Did it upset you? Especially because, I mean, you were having a good day. You were having a good day up until then, right?
It must have. I'm not sure.
Okay. So what happened after she starts yelling at you?
I'm not sure. It's like my dad will take her side whether she's wrong or not, which is, I don't know, kind of.
You sound frustrated with that. Is that accurate?
Well, just the other day, it's like just 2 days ago, my mom was screaming at me and telling me all this stuff, and she was lying about me. And I posted it on Facebook for a couple days, or maybe a day, and then I changed it to the privacy to just, you know, to me, so no one else could see it. I mean, I just wanted to vent. But it was a big, long thing about how, you know, proof. 3 reasons or 4 reasons why my mom doesn't love me and my dad disagrees with her about everything. I said, I'm trying to set a good example for him.
Sure.
They were being 100% abusive towards me. They were attempting, like always. I mean, they're attempting to they're like trying to antagonize me and provoke me all the time, like constantly.
How long has that been going on?
Since I was 4. I've been abused by them. I've been hit with a hammer. I've been whipped with the belt so that the bruises were like twice as wide as the belt in 3rd grade and in 5th grade. And the thing that bothers me is they said they only did it once. I'm like, no, they didn't do it once. It's like in 3rd grade and in 5th grade. I had to go to school like that where it hurt me all day to sit. I was tortured all day long. And they said they remember the 3rd grade one where my dad made me pull my pants and my underwear down to my ankles to whip me, but he did it again when he was in 5th grade, and they denied doing it.
So you said that it's pretty common for, if I'm understanding correctly, you've said that it's pretty common for your parents to start fights with you and take advantage of you, which I'm sure feels what?
Yeah, I mean,
how does that make you feel?
I just explained the other day. You saw them yelling at me, accusing me of yelling, and even though I didn't yell.
Did you yell today when Mom started yelling at you?
Today?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay. What do you remember from what happened?
Today?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What time is it right now?
It's 1:30. So I know you came back.
1:30 a.m.?
Yeah. 1:30 p.m.
No, p.m.
PM. I know you said you came back or you left to go to Speedway about 8:15. And you came back to tell your dad and your son about
And if I would have made my son come with me, we wouldn't be having any problem right now. I told him as soon as we came back, we could go to my friend's house and he could bring his game to where you throw the balls in the thing like Bozo or whatever.
Yeah.
That was my plan.
Okay.
I didn't plan on getting into fights or getting screamed at or anything.
When you say getting into fights, what do you mean?
My mom just screaming at me for no reason.
Okay.
It's nuts. She's 100% narcissistic.
Okay. What was she saying to you?
Well, she did say I smelled like alcohol.
Okay. Did you take offense to that?
No.
Okay.
Not that I remember.
So what happened next after she starts yelling at you and saying you smell like alcohol?
I don't remember exactly.
Well, what do you remember? Just so I understand what happened, what you were thinking, what you were feeling.
I don't really remember.
Taking a drink immediately after answering a question is a common sign that a suspect is being dishonest. This action gives them the opportunity to quickly hide their face while simultaneously providing them a few moments to think of what to say next. This lets us know that Curtis remembers more than he's willing to admit about what happened inside the house.
So you don't remember at all what happened?
No, I remember telling my dad about Svengoolie.
Okay.
And I was watching it, and I told my son all about the Svengoolie episode because I know he wasn't going to watch it. He just watches these weird episodes, you know. And my dad was okay with shooting darts in the dining room.
Okay.
Even though I'm the one that set up the thing behind the dartboard so it wouldn't hit the China cabinet and all this stuff.
It sounds like you were trying to be very considerate of your parents' stuff.
Yeah, all day long and for the last
So then she starts
month.
yelling at you after you're trying to be considerate and think of them. And I'm sure that made you upset, right?
After all, I don't remember getting upset because she said that.
Okay. When did you get upset?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, what happened between you and your mom then?
Well, I don't really feel like talking about it, but I know my dad probably interfered. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
What did your dad interfere with? What do you mean by he interfered?
Just like started yelling at me and getting in my face.
He was getting in your face?
Yeah, it's like yelling at me.
What was he yelling at you
in
about?
A close range.
Okay.
Just like she was. It's like she can yell at me in a close range and basically screaming in my face, and I'm just trying to de-escalate the situation and answer her question, but before I answer a question, she changes the subject. And my dad not only allows her to do that, but like backs her up and supports it.
Okay. What happened when your dad started siding with your mom? I mean, I'm sure that was very frustrating for you, right? Is it accurate to say that?
Yeah, I'm sure, not sure exactly what happened. I really probably got frustrated by it.
And how did you respond to that frustration?
Something bad probably happened.
Like what?
Well, I don't really want to talk about it.
So Curtis, and I don't mean to cut you off. So just listening to you, I think you've been a victim your whole life. I think you're living with your parents. You're trying to do your best to get out of the house, provide for your, be the dad that you want to be. And I understand that sometimes, water in a sink spills over, and obviously something, happened today, and I'm not going to force you to tell me what happened, but there's always two sides to the story, and you've kind of given your background of what your frustration, or I don't even want to put words in your mouth, what led to today. What happened today from you? And again, I know it's upsetting. I know it's not something easy to talk about, because I'm sure deep down you love your parents, and this is not something you wanted to do. You said you were having a great day. Mm-hmm. Wanted to hang out with Anthony, just wanted to take him, go get a soda and walk, and it's a beautiful day out.
And he didn't want to go. I was nice enough to let him stay home and not make him do something he didn't want to do, but yet that was held against me. Mm-hmm. And I met a neighbor. I told my dad, and the dog not attack me, but he's gonna follow me home. I took him back to his house, and then I came back, and at the top of the alley I met a new neighbor who we'd seen go up and down the alley so many times. And
that was Paul.
Yeah, my mom gave me $10. There was no problem, It's like I just did all those chores for her. I washed all her laundry, made sure it's like I had no intention of doing anything bad to anybody. What is going on?
And that's what we're trying to find out. What happened today? What happened? You said your mom kind of got in your face, started screaming at you. Then your dad kind of jumped in and basically teamed up against you. And then, what happened after that?
Well, something happened.
Something like what?
No. A victim can only be victimized for so long.
Sure. Absolutely. You can only take so much.
I've been made tough my whole life. It's like I'm not even allowed to cry.
Well, if you need to cry, man, you can cry in here.
Every time the detectives circle back to the question of what happened that morning, Curtis finds a way to veer off into a completely different topic. It's clear at this point that he's actively avoiding the topic, preferring to discuss his parents' mistreatment of him, likely in an attempt to make his actions seem more justifiable.
So is this just the tipping point today? You just had enough?
I mean, he agreed with me that just a couple days ago, you know? My dad was screaming at me. I mean, not screaming, but yelling and taking her side. And what did I do? I walked over there and I knelt down a couple of feet away from him. I knelt down and I said, okay, what's your point on this? What's your standpoint on this? Like, can you at least agree that she's the one arguing and changing the subject? And he said no.
And this was you knelt down to your dad?
My dad.
Okay.
Because he was sitting on the couch and he didn't get involved in the conversation at all, but he was watching YouTube videos and my mom just kept yelling at me. It's like it was because every single week she harasses me about why he hasn't got the jab, the COVID shot.
Okay.
And I'm like, he's only 9 years old. You need to stop harassing him. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you have your beliefs, I have my beliefs, and if you don't want me asking him, then you need to ask his mom. I'm like, I'm a custodial parent. Mm-hmm. I don't have to ask her. You can ask me instead of harassing him. And now, after today, I'm sure all my custodial parental rights are gone.
What happened today that would make your rights go?
I'm here in front of being accused of something.
Accused of what?
I'm a suspect of something.
Suspect in what?
In whatever there's two detectives in front of me for.
Well, so we got called in because the injuries to your mom and dad. We have not spoken with them. We have not spoken with. We have not spoken with anyone. So we're talking to you first, okay? I don't know what happened. Was it self-defense? Was it something else? I don't know what it was. That's why we're trying to ask you what happened today to get a better idea of, okay, again, you gave us that history up to this point, but we don't know what happened today. So we want to tell the story. We want to put that puzzle together. And your side of the puzzle is not quite there, okay? Once we go ask them, obviously their story is going to be different, but we have nothing. If you don't say anything to us, we have nothing to say, okay, well, he's saying that this happened today, and that this is what happened his whole childhood. And to this point, you've been on him and on him and on him, right?
Well, then you need to know, both of you need to know, that last time I got accused of or when I was like in 8th grade or whatever, 9th grade, it must have been 9th grade, my dad punched me in the face as hard as he could, and all I did was wrap my arms around him so he couldn't punch me anymore. And when he pushed me, I held on to him and I turned so I wouldn't land on my head. And according to my parents, his neck hit a train toy for little kids. Mm-hmm. But I don't believe that. So my dad told the cops that the reason why he punched me in the face is I threw a cup at his head. But there's this big archway, and the cup hit the fan that was up against the left side of the archway. My dad was on the right side of the archway. The cup bounced and went underneath the table and bounced underneath the chair. So there's absolutely no way it could have hit my dad. And my dad jumped up, ran after me, slipped on a pile of newspapers, jumped up and punched me in the face as hard as he could. And my dad took me to, my mom, the police said, all you have to do is, would be better off sleeping somewhere else tonight. So I said, that's fine. Dad can easily, sleep at one of his friend's house, or I can go sleep at my dad's house. And my mom's like, oh no, you're not getting out of this that easily. After she was recorded on 911 screaming, beating up my dad, and I never did it. I yelled, I am holding him down, restraining him so he doesn't punch me in the face again. And he yelled, damn right I will. So he admitted on the recording that he would, with 911, that he was the aggressor and that he wanted to punch me in the face. I was in jail in shelter care for a few days for something I didn't do. And then I had to hear about it for 5 years, about how my parents were still paying the bill.
For shelter care?
For shelter care. Because my dad punched me in the face that I hit him in the head with the cup. Which is bullshit.
So what do you think
the cop should have told me that.
Sure.
So that I could have defended myself.
Absolutely. But let me ask you this. What do you think that your parents are going to say about what happened today?
I don't care what they have to say. Okay. They've lied too many times.
Well, you're telling us that, and I believe you, that they've been lying for so long and taking advantage of you. And that's why my partner and I are trying to understand your side of the story of what happened today. Because they're clearly going to say one thing, and it's probably not going to match up with what actually happened.
Even the last time I got a disorderly, my parents both said to me they would do whatever they could to set that straight so that wouldn't be held against me. So they admitted the last time something happened that I didn't do anything wrong, repeatedly.
You think they're going to say that today about what happened?
Well, I just hope that they, stick to their story about the last time.
Okay. What about today?
Because the last time was a girl named Becky De La Paz involved, and she didn't witness anything besides my dad getting slapped by me. Okay. But this was years and years ago.
Right. But I'm asking about
my dad was charging me with the same mean, crazy face he had every time he ever hit me.
He was charging you today with that same face?
Yeah.
Okay. So at some point your dad was charging at you today?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? Why was he charging at you?
Well, I was talking about in the past.
I know, but I want to talk about today.
And then, I'm talking about the past.
Okay.
And my mom insists, and she won't lie about this, my mom insists that she did not write the report against me, that her glasses were broke, but my dad told my brother, this is in the past, years ago, over 10 years ago, or whatever. My dad told my brother, of course Kurt hit Mom. Why else would her glasses fly wrong off her face?
Okay.
And I never hit a female
Have you ever
in
hit
my
your mom?
life, and I never would.
Have you ever hit your mom?
I never hit a female in my life.
Right, but have you ever hit your mom?
And I never would. But my dad said that to my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why would he lie? Dad tried to admit.
They admitted that everything was a lie, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So how can I go off of what they tell me that happened today if you're telling me constantly that they're lying? The only person that's going to potentially tell me the truth would be you. Is that fair to say? But you're not telling me what happened.
You can't believe anything they say.
Curtis,
according to the history.
We've been listening to you about your past, and I think, and maybe I'm interpreting it wrong. You've kind of said that no one listens to you. 31?
Yeah, and I'm 43 or whatever, okay. And I could go on and on about what they did to me.
And I want to listen to that, but again, you keep saying that the cops didn't listen. They lied.
Statutes of limitations, and I'll
look at that.
I'm sorry. I apologize to you for talking over you.
No. I'm just trying to. So we're here to listen. Okay, I don't want it to be the same story when you look back at this 6-7 months down the road and go, well, again, they lied, and now I'm in trouble again. When you have a chance to tell us what happened today, tell us why it happened, because you've kind of given us the background. You've given us the background of what may have prompted this. Again, if you don't tell us, which is fine. I'm not going to sit here and you're going to tell me what happened, but then your parents are going to tell the story, and is going to tell the story, and then yours is going to be blank, and then it's going to look like you don't care about what happened today.
And that you're hiding something.
But that you have given us that you were a victim for a long time, and you're trying to get your life together. You said you had the money. You're going to pay him tomorrow. All you did is wake up today and wanted to be a son. And then here we are. You're talking to us, which is probably the friggin' last thing you wanted to do on a Sunday afternoon, 50 degrees, right? And so that's why we keep asking you, what is your story? And if you're willing to tell us, that would help the situation, because it fills in your side of it. For your whole life, you've never gotten listened to. The police have never listened to you.
But we're here.
We are here to listen to you right now.
I'm only physically pushes against me physically, I think, because my dad's gonna back her up, wrong or right.
Mm-hmm. Did that happen today?
Yes, it did.
Did she physically touch you? Like, was she hitting you? You said
just like her shoulder and nasty ass boobs or whatever. I don't want her touching me at all.
Okay.
It's gone on too long. I've asked her so many times.
Sure.
Please don't touch me, and she'll say, "Oh, I can't help it. My big fat belly, or whatever." And it's like, don't even get that close to me. She's screaming in my face.
So she was screaming in your face today, and her body
and screaming in my ear, which could damage my eardrum.
Sure. Absolutely. Did she hit you at all today?
Not that I remember.
Did your dad hit you at all today?
I believe he swung at me.
Okay.
And then what happened after that?
I don't think he landed the swing, but I kind of, dodged it and ducked it or whatever. But I don't think my dad wants to do that towards me. I think he's sticking with her for security, and he's just like, he's afraid of her. She yells at him every single day. She swears. See? Even that hurts.
What happened there?
Hurts my finger.
What happened to your hand?
It happened.
What happened?
Something.
And again, this is going back to what my partner said earlier. We're here to hear you out.
I mean, my dad comes at me, lunging over me, screaming, yelling, in the same mean face he's ever had whenever he abused me. So I have all the right to think that he's attacking me.
You're right.
Yeah. So
and it's only because of her.
You hit him today? You said that she was
No,
yelling.
she didn't hit him today.
Okay. Did he hit you? You said that he swung at you. Did he land that hit?
No, but it was close.
Okay. And how did you respond to that?
Like, moved out of the way.
Okay. Did he try
His hand hit my arm.
Okay. Is that what happened to your hand there?
No.
How did that happen?
Just happened. Things might get I mean, to be completely honest with you guys, even though I don't trust you at all, you know, I'll admit, things might have got a little bit out of control.
Okay.
And I don't really want to say much more than that.
Do you need some more water?
I really need to take a piss.
Okay. We'll do that, and then we'll get you more water.
Okay.
That'd be good, too.
Okay. All right. Why don't you follow me?
We'll take you to the bathroom over here.
Yeah, the last couple times.
At this point, the detectives are tired of getting the runaround from Curtis, and once they return from the bathroom, they essentially give Curtis one more chance to tell them what happened.
Every single time I remember my dad beating me or hitting me, it wasn't for anything I did wrong.
Okay. So, Curtis, as we were walking to the bathroom, you'd mentioned to me that, again, what we've already talked about is that it's always your parents' side of the story. And again, we tried to explain to you that we're trying to give you that chance to tell your story right now. Is that something you're going to want to do, or is it just going to be you want us to go off your parents again? Because I don't want to do that. I want to tell your story. I think you've been a victim for too long, to be honest with you.
I pushed him, he fell back, and my mom, you know, she's kind of handicapped. She fell down. There's been a couple times, you know, when she fell down that I had to help her up. So I know I'm always careful around her so she doesn't fall down or anything.
So today you pushed your dad, he fell. What did your mom do?
Because, you know, I felt like I was being attacked, and he fell back and knocked her down.
So if your dad's at me, he swings at you, you pushed him, right? Or you ducked and then you kind of pushed him? Did he? I saw a bruise on your right forearm, and I don't know what that's from. Is that? Did you try to block him? That one right there. Is that something you tried to block him, or and then you got a mark right here? And I don't know if you remember. I mean, did you do this? Did you duck? Did you? Tell me what happened there.
Yeah, I do remember trying to.
So one of those bruises maybe from when your dad swung at you, right?
Could be. It just, you know, it happened so fast.
Okay, and I understand that. I don't want you to guess either. So then you say that you pushed your dad. What did your mom was behind your dad?
Yeah.
And then it knocked into both of them?
Because she was the one screaming at a kid in my face, and he tried to intervene to, I think, protect her, whether she was right or not. It's like, why am I getting screamed at? She's acting like I went to go have fun without my when I begged to come with me. I told her I wanted him to come with me, and then she went back to sleep. So I don't know. Okay. They must have woke her up and told her that I left or something. It's like, I don't understand what the problem was.
Okay. So then, does mom and dad fall down when you push dad? Dad fell into mom fell down?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But what I was going to say was to admit to, some destruction of property or whatever. But
what got broken?
Well, I don't really want to admit to it right now.
And this is your side of the story, man. We want you to be heard. And I think that's what you want too. But you got to share that information with us so you can't be heard. So that it goes on record. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I don't think you believe me at all. But if you look at the history...
You've given me no reason to not believe you've given me more reason to not.
Explain to you that if you look at the history, they've gotten away with this.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Over and over.
No, don't let them get away with it now. Exactly. I know you don't know us from Adam, and you can say you don't have to trust me. Yeah. But again, I'm telling you, I will take your abuse stuff on a different day when we're dealing with it on a different day, okay? So no one's ever listened to you. So I'm willing to do that, whether you believe me or not. But I can guarantee you, you call me, I'll give you my card. You call me, we're going to sit down and we're going to do the interview, okay? Today is a different situation, okay? You've got mom and dad. Dad's pretty beat up, okay? I saw pictures of his face. I haven't seen mom, but I know dad's in really rough shape, and I'm talking life or death rough shape, okay?
No way.
He's in bad shape, okay? He's got a lot of injuries that are internal, that it's I pray to God that it doesn't happen. But so that's going to tell the story. Again, not to keep repeating ourselves, but
Well, I don't really think that I'm the cause of any serious injury.
Well, then tell me how he got those injuries.
No idea.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. We're going to keep our investigation going, okay? We're going to go do what we need to do to find out more information, okay? So there'll be an officer sitting on you here, and then we'll figure out what's going to go happen next, okay? And if you want to talk when we get back, if you want to tell your side, we're willing to listen. Mm-hmm. We're giving you that opportunity. If it's not the right time right now, I'm not going to force you to do anything, right? Okay, but I'm just giving you that opportunity that you even told us going into the bathroom that you're frustrated that the cops never listen to you. We're trying to listen to you, okay? But if it's not the right time, then we'll come back.
Well, it's not that the cops never listen to me.
Never believe you.
It's not that they never believe me. It's just I never knew, what my parents' side of the story was to defend myself against. I mean, the first time my dad punched me in the face and should have went to jail, mm-hmm. I didn't know until weeks later that their story was I hit him in the head mm-hmm. with a cup.
Which doesn't mean he can punch you in the face.
Which is, okay. But I never hit him in the head with a cup. It was total.
And I totally understand that. I mean, that's what I do on a daily basis. If you do something to a dad in reaction to something, he can't just go and put his hands on you. You throw a cup at me, so I'm gonna punch you in the face. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so I apologize that didn't get investigated right at that time.
And I was in 9th grade at the time.
9th grade. Okay.
And the cup went nowhere near him. Of getting divorced or whatever, that's why he attacked me.
Okay. Okay, so what you're telling me is it's self-defense today, right? Am I right or wrong?
There definitely was some self-defense on my part.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, and I believe that from your story. But I don't know what happened next, and that's all I'm trying to get at. Is your dad tried to hit you, you reacted because you've been a victim for 43 years or however old you are, and I apologize for not knowing that. But you've been a victim for a long time, okay? Your dad takes a swing at you, you block it, you push him, and then we don't know what happens.
And, you know, I probably didn't even push him. It's just that because he's had so many back surgeries or whatever, and I blocked and he fell. I don't even think I pushed him. He just fell and knocked my mom down.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
Something happened.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll give you a few to think about it. Okay. We'll come back and we'll see if you're wanting to talk at that point. Okay. Does that sound good?
I don't know, man. You guys are just doing your job or whatever.
Now, I'm trying to get your story, okay? But I'm not going to sit here and go on and on and on because if you're going to tell me your side of the story, great. If not, then it'll be told the way it always has been, and that's what we're trying to stop. Again, I'm going to give you a break. Let you just sit and think about it, okay? If when we come back and you decide you want to tell your side of the story, then we'll do it. If you don't, you don't, okay?
And I still don't even hate my parents. You know, I just still love them, but I just feel like they really hate me.
Okay. So you're good now? You went to the bathroom, got some water in you? Mm-hmm. You're good?
Mostly, I could use some more water.
Okay. Well, we'll get you some more water.
I'd appreciate it.
The detectives step away for nearly an hour, enough time to mentally recover from the 2 unproductive hours they just sat through. During that hour, they decided they were over it and gave the order for Curtis to be transported to the county jail. When Curtis heard this, he very quickly changed his tune and asked to speak to the detectives again to give them his side of the story.
Hey, Curtis. So Nick, was the one seeing you in and out. 512. We're now going to transport you from here. We're going to go take you to Washington County Jail. Okay. So just
I didn't get a chance to give my statement yet. I wanted to talk to the detective.
Those were the guys that were in here.
What happened?
They talked.
Yeah, they said they were going to come back and talk to me. I need to give my statement. I'm willing to talk to them and tell them what happened.
Grab one real quick? Let me grab one real quick for you.
What's up?
So are you wanting to talk about today with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you fine talking again?
Yeah.
Like we talked about earlier, just you and me?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened today?
And I'm sorry for delaying or
no, you're fine, man.
Whatever.
You had a lot to get off your chest, and that's fine.
But yeah, I just kept thinking about the past, and I was distracted in my mind.
It's fine. It's fine. You've been through a lot. Okay? You've got 4 decades worth of just built up, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think all that pent up?
I just wanted to make sure, I wasn't saying the wrong thing.
No.
And I know that it's just crazy how in the past it's like I didn't get even a chance to talk.
Sure.
Like even when I called the cops on my friend Dave for shaking, and I said I'm not willing to give a statement right now, and then I never got a chance to take a statement.
Well, like I told you before, I was giving you a bit to think and process. So, all right. So what happened? So you came back from the store. Mom's yelling at you. She's all up in your face, right?
Yeah, and after my dad charged at me, swung at me because he was yelling and I raised my voice.
Okay.
And it was in the doorway in front of the bathroom, in between the living room and the kitchen. And he actually was swinging at me.
With both arms, one arm?
With his right arm.
With his right arm? Okay. How many times do you think?
Just once.
Okay.
And he was in close range. I kind of moved and just blocked like this, and my mom was right behind me because she was like trying to charge at me.
So she was behind you too? Or she was behind
She was behind him.
Oh, okay.
Like trying to charge me. And then, so he knocked her down.
How did he knock her down?
Well, I just put my arm up like this when he was coming at me, and I didn't like push. I just went like this to block, and
that kind of caused him to fall backwards.
I don't know. He kind of got scared, like he thought I was going to hit him or something. And he moved back, and she was right behind him. And then it's like we're in the middle of an argument, and I still wanted to like make my point of what I was saying, you know? I'm trying to just explain something to them.
Sure.
And I don't remember exactly what it was, but I don't think she fell down all the way at that point, because normally she would need help up, and she got up, and my dad was still like coming at me, and she seemed even more aggressive, like screaming and stuff like that. And I grabbed the TV set.
Like the actual TV or the stand?
The actual TV. Yes, the TV, it's like this big or whatever. Just to create a barrier.
Sure.
Just to make sure there was no physical altercation between us, because I was kind of scared of what was happening, and him and her were both still running after me. Like, I mean, we weren't that far apart. They were coming at me, and I didn't push or throw the TV or anything, but I was just holding it, and just, I don't know how, but just, I think he slipped on papers and shit, because they, in between the two recliners right across from the TV, they just throw the junk mail on the floor, and it's right there. So somehow he fell and knocked her down again, and the TV fell on him, might have hit his head, and then he was like trying to throw, probably just pushed the TV off of him, but I felt like he was trying to throw the TV at me. He yelled, "You son of a..." And I pushed the recliner just to block the TV, and that kind of pushed the TV back into his face or head, and kind of landed on like my mom's side. The TV went back at them, but I didn't like push the TV. You know, all I did was grab the back of the recliner and go like this. And I'm thinking, that's a safe, soft barrier. They can't say he was like trying to throw the TV off of him or whatever. So I think that probably got injured even more, because then I'm more close to the other kitchen door to go out the dining room and go out. And I remember going outside, and I remember like, because the first time I went outside, I was just standing there, and there was like this black lady and this other lady, and I think they were the neighbors or neighbors' relatives or something. I never seen them before. And I said, "Sorry about this, you guys. I'm sorry, you know, thank you. Please call 911. And I went back in the house. to check on my parents.
Okay.
They still seem kind of like, because like while the whole thing was happening, my mom yelled, he's trying to kill us.
Your mom yelled that?
Yeah.
About you?
Yeah. And that really pissed me off, and I was like, shut up, don't say that. And I punched the TV.
Where was the TV?
It was after the TV had already, after I had already picked it up, and they were running at me, and my dad fell, and the TV fell on him. Or it was like as that was happening. But I didn't punch it at them or anything.
Okay.
So I punched the TV.
With your left hand, your right hand?
My right hand. And then my dad, like, or it might have been after I thought my dad was trying to throw the TV at me.
Okay.
But then I pushed the recliner to create a barrier because he was coming back at me as the TV was coming up. You know, I can't remember exactly. That's why I wanted, you know, and I kept thinking about all this stuff that happened in the past. That's why I didn't want to just, like, say the wrong thing the first time.
That's fine, Kurt. That's fine. Okay. So you punched the TV. Then what happened next?
Well, I punched the TV.
542. That's when you put your right.
Like, I think it was after the first time.
So there wasn't a gun in there.
After he fell, I think it wasn't like I punched the TV as I was moving the recliner with the left hand.
Okay.
Just to block the TV because I thought he was trying to throw it at me as he was getting up.
Without us doing any investigation.
And I punched with my right hand because that was the second time she's yelling, "Oh, help, help."
What did you punch with your right hand that time?
I'm still talking about the TV.
Okay, all right.
Because my mom was like, "Oh, help,
He's trying to kill
why doesn't someone help us?" Or it's like they didn't need any help. You know, if anything, they should know I'm the one that's there to protect them.
Sure, absolutely.
So, after all these years and all the things they did to me, my mom said to the police, came to my house before, that I would never hurt them.
Did you hurt them today?
They might have gotten hurt.
How did they get hurt?
Inadvertently.
How did they inadvertently get hurt?
I'm not sure, but the TV kind of fell on them a couple times. You know, it happened so fast, and I was just thinking about it, and like...
What about the lamp? How did the lamp come into play?
The lamp? I have no idea. Now that you bring it up, I'm not gonna deny anything about the lamp as far as grabbing it, throwing it, but I don't.
Did you grab it or throw it?
I don't remember anything about it.
But you do remember collecting the lamp and picking it up in some fashion?
No, I'm just saying I'm not going to deny it. If they're saying that's what happened.
I haven't talked to them. I've only seen pictures of stuff, and there's a lamp that's knocked over, among other things. So, but there's blood on the lamp. And that's why I was curious if you remember or recall what happened with the lamp. Did you possibly grab that as a barrier as well?
I don't remember any. I know there's a lamp on the table in between the two recliners.
Okay.
And I pushed the recliner like that.
Okay.
With my left hand, so I don't know how. Could have got blood, but I remember before I went outside, I remember one of my parents having blood on their head. I just don't remember which one.
Okay.
And I remember going outside and approaching the officer, and the same two ladies were still out there with like a scared, confused look on their face or whatever, like supposedly neighbors, but I never seen them before. And said, looked right at me and said, "I hate you."
How'd that make you feel?
Well, I don't really think about it. Emotionally, I just thought, he's probably confused, doesn't know what's going on, so.
It's fair, he's still young. He may not fully grasp, what's going on with the adult situation.
I didn't really emotionally respond to saying that, just kind of thinking of.
The elephant in the room, the one that Curtis himself is also aware of, is that his version of the story doesn't explain how his parents ended up with such severe injuries, particularly his dad. But he continues to supplement information that doesn't make sense with, "I don't remember." Unfortunately for him, this bout of faux amnesia isn't going to do anything to better his situation. In fact, he's only making it worse, as the fact that he's clearly lying by omission shows a lack of remorse for what he's done, a factor that will work against him in court.
I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what happened. That's why I didn't want to, talk to you at first, because I don't remember exactly what happened.
Okay.
And I don't remember, any officer telling me to turn around, put the cuffs on my hands. I don't remember that at all.
Okay.
So that's why, I don't want to talk to you, because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
It's fine. It's understandable. You've been through a lot, like I said before. Okay. And I know you want to ensure that your statement to me is clear and accurate. Right?
All I'm thinking is, I just got my check in the mail yesterday. My parents want money from me. They're going to drive me to the bank and to the store. I can buy whatever groceries for my... I was happy, and I just got back. I just met a new neighbor up the block that always has a red work van. That I thought he was kind of a creep, but now that I met him, he has a son my age, and he's really cool. Yeah. My parents had no idea who he was, and it's just I did a good deed for the day, because this dog wanted to follow me home, and I took him to the owner, and they were happy with that. I was feeling great. There was no reason why I would have gotten a fight with my parents. They're just...
Until you got home and she started
They just don't care. They're just...
Let me go back through this, okay? Because I want to make sure I'm getting it right. So your dad starts swinging at you. Mom's behind.
Once.
Right. He started swinging at you. Mom's behind him. You lifted your right arm to block. And he subsequently, because of that, fell backwards into your mom, and they both went to the ground. Am I right so far?
Yeah. I'm not sure if she went all the way to the ground.
But I
think her back was against the recliner.
Okay.
And she was starting to get up right away.
Okay. So then, because you had that distance created, you grabbed the TV, and you used that as a barrier to protect yourself. Is that
it's kind of like, what's going on here? Why you guys acting so crazy? And I stepped from the hallway past them into the living room.
Okay.
Because there's still two routes of escape from there.
Okay.
But I was trying to reason with them, come on. And, I really wanted to help her up, but she was getting up already.
Okay. But then you grabbed the TV off the TV stand. You said you used that as a
because
barrier.
They were yelling, and they just had this really... Well, my dad had the same...
Look on his face.
Mean look on his face. And, my mom was still screaming, so I knew he was going to do whatever she wanted.
Okay. So then... let me see here. You said the TV... What did you do with the TV? You punched the TV.
Well, at first, I just...
Held it up.
Held it up to create a barrier. And they were still coming at me. And it was that caused the TV to fall on top as my dad fell. and I wasn't pushing him, I was just holding it to create the barrier, and somehow it fell on him, and it was like my mom said the first time, she said like, oh, somebody help, he's trying to kill us, and I'm just like, what is this? Like, don't say that. Like, I said, shut the fuck up. And as my dad was getting up, I punched the TV because I was pissed off. She said the same thing again after I told him, don't say that. Like,
where was she when she was saying
that's
that?
Nonsense.
Was she still like kind of on the ground? She was still behind your dad?
She was mostly up, sitting on the arm of the brown recliner, because that's in the corner.
Okay. So she's yelling, someone help us, he's trying to kill us. That pissed you off, and you told her to
yeah, she had her back against recliner. I was like, the fuck up, and then she was getting up, and she said it again. And I'm thinking, she's not even saying it that loud, like, who's gonna hear it? Gonna save her? I'm thinking maybe she's got 911 on the phone, I don't know.
Okay. And then you said that you used your left hand to pull the recliner onto your dad, is that correct?
Yeah, his chair.
Okay.
It's like kind of in the doorway.
Okay.
And because he was getting up, and he like pushed the TV, and I felt like he was trying to throw it at me, which I don't know, he probably would have the strength to, but I don't know, he could have been just pushing it off of him, but he should have been more careful because my mom was right next to him or whatever.
Okay. And then after that, you went outside?
Yeah.
And that's when the police were there? Okay.
Yeah.
At any time did you hit your dad? Whether it was with your fist, an object, anything like that? Because I tell you right now, his injuries are very, very significant. Very significant. Okay. He's currently in the ICU. Okay. So I want to understand how he ended up in there, because you're saying that the TV fell on him, you pushed the recliner on him, but how does that substantiate the injuries that he sustained? That's where I'm kind of confused. How did he get so injured that he had to be admitted to the ICU if all you did was push a recliner on him and hold a TV up in front of him? Does that make sense?
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand how his injuries could have been like that.
Did something else happen?
What do you mean?
Did you hit him? Did you hit him with an object?
I mean, hell no. All I can do is speculate, so he might have hit his face when he fell or something.
Okay. Did he fall into anything? I know you said he fell to the ground. Did he fall into a table, into the chair? Because you said he was pretty close proximity to the recliner, correct?
I just remember, like, I was looking around wondering how I could escape, because there's been too many times when my mom pinned me into a corner, screaming and whatever, and it's just like, to me, you know, it's like I don't want her body pressing up against mine, like she used to do, or pin me down or into a corner. So I was kind of like afraid of that, and it's just like I was just thinking of like, how am I gonna get out of there if she tries to do that or whatever.
Okay. What about your mom though? Like, did she, I know you said earlier that she had come at you, but she had fallen. Did she try to come at you a second or third time? when you said that you had the TV down on Dad, you had the recliner down on Dad?
Both times she was right behind him.
Okay. Did she ever get up and try to come at you even if Dad was still on the ground? Does that make sense? What I'm asking? Okay,
no,
so
she was right behind him.
Okay. Was she on the ground herself, kind of partially on the ground, seated, standing, kneeling?
Well, yeah, like I said, she might have been all the way laying flat at one point, but she had her back against the recliner.
Her back was against the recliner. Her recliner or Dad's recliner? Because you said
neither. There's a third recliner.
Third recliner? Okay.
The brown recliner.
So she was laying
like I said
brown
earlier.
Recliner.
It was at first she had her back against it, and then I think she was that's how she was getting up. She was her butt was on the corner of the arm of the recliner.
Sure.
And there's another key corner table or nightstand, whatever you call it,
sure,
in there with another lamp on it, and she was it was she was kind of on that, and I think she fell down a second time. I think I explained that the first time.
Okay. I'm just making sure that I'm getting it correct. That's all. That's why I ask these questions again, to ensure that I'm getting the same picture that you're saying and understanding your perspective of what happened. Does that make sense? Because I want to make sure it's accurate. Because like you said before, no one listens to you. And I want to make sure that I'm presenting what you're saying happened.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then these guys are like, we're going to take you to jail. It's like, I didn't even get a chance to give my statement. I thought you were coming back. And it's all over again,
Well, I was here. I was doing some other stuff. So I'm not going to lie to you.
I kind of heard some commotion and stuff like that. And
yeah, we're always busy.
The officer was like, oh, maybe I misheard something.
No worries. All right. Is there anything else that you want to share with me?
Think of besides my mom takes diazepam and my dad's a pothead. Okay. So I don't know if that had anything to do with how they're acting. I know my dad's got some expired oxycodone and stuff like that.
Okay. Does he take that?
I don't know. So I don't know if drugs had anything to do with the way they act, because there's really no excuse for the way they acted today.
I agree.
The long and most fruitless interrogation was finally brought to an end, and Curtis was transported to the county jail. He was charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree homicide, 2 counts of abuse of an elderly person, and 1 count of causing mental harm to a child. In February of 2024, he accepted a plea deal where he pleaded guilty to 1 count of physical abuse of an elderly person and no contest to 1 count of abuse of an elderly person and causing mental harm to a child. In exchange, the attempted murder charges were dropped. He was sentenced to 29 years in prison, followed by 14 years of supervised release.